Everyone, welcome back to my channel, Watcher of the Forest. Thank you so much to my subscribers, old and new. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support that you've been showing me and the love. I love and appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for your comments and your likes. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that part. Thank you so much. To my ancestors, angels, and benevolent spirit guides, known and unknown, thank you for your guidance and protection through every realm. Okay, let's get into this message. I'm going to pull a message and we'll just go from there. Just on 1919 on the timer. Discovering. Release old beliefs and limitations. Open yourself to new ideas and endless possibilities. Embrace adaptability and the freedom to explore new perspectives. As you let go of the past, you unlock deeper layers of your potential and discover the expansive worlds within. Yes, we're going to, I feel like you're going to unlock the deeper layers of your potential, right? That's what I feel like. You're going to do that. You're going to unlock the old beliefs and limitations. You're just going to release them, right? If you haven't already, you can do that. Just say, I'm releasing my old beliefs and limitations to welcome in new ideas, right? New ideas and endless possibilities. It is January 3rd, after all, 2026. If you add up the dates, uh, 2026 is a 1. It is your intuition. Learn to listen to your intuition this year, right? Which is God speaking to you. You're going to be adaptable and the freedom to explore new perspectives. As you let go of the past, you unlock deeper layers of your potential and discover the expansive worlds within, right? Within you. Isn't that beautiful? I love that for you. Okay, let's see what cards we have. Okie dokie. 10 of Swords and the Devil. And the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And I will tell you why I think that's beautiful. Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups. I believe the 10 of Swords is misfortune, defeat, endings, jealousy, hatred, treachery, assault, backstabbing, retaliation, release, bright horizon, right? Just like on this card, discovering yourself, your strengths within you, right? You're releasing old beliefs, maybe in your past, say like 2025, maybe even 2024. People backstabbed you, right? That's a terrible place to be when, someone that you loved or someone that you liked backstabbed you. That's, I believe you're releasing that. Hopefully you are. You're releasing the endings, right? Maybe someone's jealous of you. That's their journey, right? Has absolutely nothing to do with you. So don't let that bother you. Just release it. Release it to your spiritual team. Release it to God. Release it to Lord Jesus Christ. Let them take care of it, right? And the devil. Yeah. Temptations, vice, restrictions, materialistic, addiction, selfishness, distrust, and faithlessness. So you're releasing this also. You are releasing number 6. 15 is a 6, reflect. You're reflecting on what you went through last year or the year before. Oh my gosh, so much. Maybe you had addictions to whatever it was, food, alcohol, sex, drugs, whatever, right? Maybe it was you were a workaholic. I mean, that's an addiction also, right? Lots of temptations out there for addiction, people with addictions for sure. Maybe you had a lot of vices. Maybe you didn't, you had distrust because people were putting 10 swords in your back, right? But since this new year came along, you are discovering you can release your old beliefs and limitations. I believe that these were old beliefs and limitations, and you're releasing them, right? You're releasing them this year so that the universe can give you the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Ace of Pentacles is a fresh start. It's January 3rd, fresh start, right? Prosperity and success and achievement, contentment, enjoyment, health, wealth, security, auspicious, meeting challenges. Yeah, nothing's going to hold you back anymore. Not Ten of Swords, right? No one's going to put Ten of Swords in your back anymore. Not vices and addictions. No, they're not going to hold you back anymore, right? So you are moving forward in your life and the universe is blessing you. Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful. You're having a fresh start with a new venture, a new work venture. You're getting prosperity and success and you're achieving achievements. I mean, holy Toledo, right? I'm so happy for you. Five of Swords. I think, well, I want to say for sure, there are lots of people out there who are jealous and envious, right? And like I said before, that's their journey. We're all on our own timeline. We're all on our own journey in this world, right? On this earth. And it's up to you how you want to live your life, right? Totally up to you. No judgment here whatsoever. But I feel like I want to say releasing your old beliefs and limitations, right? When you can open yourself to new ideas, that takes practice. It really does. A lot of times we can release, right, the Ten of Swords and the Devil. We can release those. We can say that we're going to release them so that this is what we want, right? We want the Ace of Pentacles. We want the prosperity and success. We want the enjoyment and the health and the wealth. We want everything good coming to us, right? But it takes practice. Sometimes we can slip back into defeat and frustrated and loss, unfair advantages, a pointless victory. That's how you can look at life. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. So sometimes you can look at life like that. You might slip back, right? And that's just a learning curve. Doesn't mean that you are falling back into the old, oh, everyone's going to put 10 swords in my back, right? I have my addictions and I'm just going to go back to them. No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means that you just need to remember what this felt like, right? And the Ace of Pentacles came into your life. Maybe someone signed you on for a contract or something, right? And you're getting paid weekly or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But you have a lot of security and wealth and health. And maybe you slipped up a little bit and you lost it. And now you're back in the Five of Swords. And maybe you say to yourself, oh, that's not really going to work. See, I proved myself wrong. You know, this is how I am now back in the Five of Swords. But five is all about changes. Changes. You can go back to this if you want, you know, ten of Swords, but I don't think that's how you want to live your life. You know, it takes practice, right? 11 on a timer. That's like intuition, 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 right? Listen to your intuition. Let's listen to God talking to you, right? And then look what you did. Ace of Cups. You came right out of it, right? Beginning of prosperity, abundance, new relationship, opportunities, fortune, love, joy, health, spirituality, creativity, positive potential, and intuition. See, you wanted to get back here to the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. It's the universe saying, yes, cups are all about emotions. Yes, we want you to be filled with joy and love, right? And we want you to have good opportunities and fortune, right? But it all has to start within yourself. And that's what you're realizing. Whoever you are out there, the Knight of Cups, romantic, lofty ideas, lofty thoughts, passionate, inspiration, charming, great people skills, sensitive, intuition, focus on emotion, and compassionate. Knight of Cups, again, emotion, right? Focus on emotion. Maybe if you keep your mindset on, I want to say, on your emotions, the love and joy, right? The beginning of prosperity and abundance, new relationships, new opportunities, new fortune. Keep your mindset on that. Like if I were to compare that, which it might be a little bit weak, but for me, if I'm going to the grocery store and I'm saying to myself, oh, I really want some cookies and crackers, well, knowing that I really can't eat cookies and crackers, right? But if I do, I'm going to be back. I'm going to put myself back in this 10 of swords. I'm going to put 10 swords back in my own back, right? Because the cookies and crackers are not good for me. But if I can eat more fruits and vegetables, guess what? I'm in the Ace of Pentacles, right? And I'm in the Ace of Cups. I have a lot more positive emotions, love and joy and health and spirituality, creativity, right? But I think you get what I'm saying. You have to pull yourself out of this 10 of swords. You have to pull yourself out of thinking that everyone out there is going to stab you in the back, which, they're not going to, right? So pull yourself into the Ace of Cups. Think about your fortune and love and joy and health and spirituality and creativity, right? Moving things forward, always forward. You have great intuition and you're sensitive and compassionate and you focus on your emotions, right? Focus on how you feel. How are you feeling? I think you're feeling pretty fabulous, right? You're feeling so good. Feeling so good. So you're feeling so good, right? It looks like you have a decision. The first step to achieving your dreams is committing to making them a reality. It's an action, right? Yes, you can talk about this all you want. Oh, I want to get out of this ten of swords. I want to get out of this. I want to, get out of this addiction and temptations. I want to get out of that, right? But in order to do that, you have to be committed to make them a reality. Make them a reality. So you want the Ace of Cups, the new relationships, the new opportunities, fortune, love, joy, health, and wealth, and success, and everything positive. You want to listen to your intuition, right? I feel that's what you're doing. I feel that you're looking at the calendar and saying, oh, wow, it's January 3rd. I'm going to move forward into my life. I'm going to discover that I can release old beliefs. I can release old beliefs and limitations. I can open myself up to new ideas, right? Ace of Pentacles, it's a starting point. It's a new idea, right? You have to start somewhere, right? I can embrace adaptability and the freedom to explore new perspectives. As you let go of the past, you unlock deeper layers of your potential and discover the expansive worlds within. And then, like the card is saying, when you unlock deeper layers of your potential, like deeper layers of your creativity, that's what I feel like you're doing out there, viewer. I feel like you are unlocking deeper, 555 on the timer. I feel like you're unlocking deeper layers of your potential, which is deeper layers of your creativity. Maybe you're doing something that's creative. Awesome. How can I continue flowing forward in my new venture that I'm starting in January of 2026? How can I keep, you know, what other layer of creativity can I do? Just like someone who paints, they might paint with acrylics and then they might unlock a deeper layer and they're going to paint with watercolor, which is totally different than acrylics, right? And then they're thinking, well, I want to try something else too. So I'm going to paint with oil paints, which is totally wild and totally different than the other two, acrylic and watercolor, right? And maybe they're going to think, okay, in painting, I want to go into let's see, maybe like I want to paint with, maybe I just want to do finger painting. There's a lot of great artists out there that don't paint with a brush, but they paint with their fingers. That's totally wild and totally out there too. But that's another layer of creativity, right? If we're just talking about painting, there's so many different aspects. You can even, instead of using a brush, you can use a comb and paint. I've seen some beautiful paintings that were done with just like a hair comb. You know what I mean? So there, you're uncovering different layers deep within yourself in your potential and discovering the expansive worlds within you, right? Because we all hold our own creativity, whatever we want to do as a business or a job or a career for ourselves, right? So that's what I feel like you're doing. I feel like you're having an overabundance of creativity in your new venture. You're saying goodbye to the Ten of Swords and the Devil. You're saying goodbye to people stabbing you in the back. Maybe they did that in the past, but they're not going to do it anymore. I mean, you got two aces in this reading. It's pretty fantastic. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's like the universe is blessing you, blessing you. We give you permission to do this venture. We love it. Thank you so much. Keep moving forward, right? That's absolutely awesome. It's such a beautiful reading for January 3rd, 2026. So let's pull one of these little spell enchantments and see what card can bless this reading, spiritual team. Which card do you have for us here? Embrace abundance. Imagine yourself as a big oak tree. See your roots and branches extending all around. Once you have this vision, see your energy spreading throughout an entire forest of oak trees, and then as far as your eyes can see. Embrace your abundance. So, in other words, my spiritual team wants you to embrace your creativity, right? Unlock several layers within yourself of how you can do something, right? So you're embracing the creativity and also embrace the abundance. Imagine yourself as a big oak tree and see your roots and see how far these roots spread. I mean, they spread for a very long time. And then see yourself as the entire forest of oak trees and see how far, and then as far as your eyes can see, right? I mean, I think this card is telling you that you can go above and beyond how far you think you can go in this new venture of yours, January 3rd, 2026. So, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. I love this reading for you. It's all about discovering yourself, right? Letting go of your old beliefs and limitations, releasing them. Just release them to God and let God take care of them, right? And God will make sure that they never bother you again. And opening yourself up to new opportunities, beginning of prosperity, new opportunities, new everything, right? New love, new joy, new spirituality, new health, new wealth, new abundance, whatever that it means for you in your life. So thank you so much for listening. I absolutely love this reading. It was right on, just absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much to my spiritual team. And thank you to you, my viewers. Thank you for your subscribes and likes and comments. I love and appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for your support. And until next time, take care.